To most business owners, the financial statements are nothing more than a powerful sedative. But what if it was actually a treasure map to business riches? Mick Hawley and Gien are your financial statement tour guides, here to lead you to the X. Welcome to your new chapter of business success. Welcome to the Financial Statement Story Podcast.
Well, welcome to the Financial Statement Story. This is Mick Hawley.
And this is Gien.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. Let's tell us a little bit about what we're about here. Obviously, something about financial statements, because that's the name of the podcast.
Yes.
And we're combining it with the power of story to enable people to become a little bit more excited, a little bit more involved about the numbers.
Yeah, and Mick, maybe we should start off with, how did we meet each other? At least people can get a feel for how this whole happened.
Yeah. So, it goes back about 6 years, and I'd spent about 30 years consulting with large Fortune 500 companies, really trying to help them drive performance improvement. And one of the challenges that they always came to me with was, we drive all this improvement and all these activities, but they don't materialize in our financial statements. And I bumped into Andre in a Starbucks.
Yeah, and I was busy telling to Mick, this is what I do. My whole focus is around how we help organizations improve their performance through the lens of the financial statements. And it was quite amazing that we sort of had this instant connection, didn't we?
Yeah. Right. So we both had funny accents, given that we live in North Carolina, and so we had a lot of fun. And Andre really educated me in financial acumen and my ability to be able to see opportunities and to advise people. Went up leaps and bounds, and we thought, well, how can we do this for you? How can we do this for other people? How can we give them this gift of financial and business mastery?
Mick, and the strange thing is, which is something that we both agreed upon, there is only one business scorecard, and that is your financial statements, and how you are connected to that one business scorecard really can make a big difference, both in your career and in your business.
So what we decided to do was we wanted to see if we could take the numbers out of the financial statements. How crazy is that? Taking the numbers out of the...
That was our starting point, wasn't it? Right, yeah.
So what we've done is we've taken the numbers out of the financial statements to create a compelling story.
Yeah.
And the story has 3 amazing characters who are engaged in conflict.
And I think a lot of our listeners will know, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash is king. So revenue, vanity, sanity, and king.
So, and the way that vanity, sanity, and the king interplay with each other is a metaphor for how the income statement, the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flows work. So you don't need to know about the income statement, the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flows. You just need to know about the behavior of vanity, sanity, and king. And believe you me, in our podcast, they go on some very interesting journeys.
They do. With some conflict and some ability to work together with very different outcomes.
And so we do break the statements down into about 4 basic building blocks, and we've turned the story, and every story's got chapters, so there are 5 easily mastered chapters that we're going to take you through, and we use the building blocks and the story to create a treasure map.
Yeah, and I think this is the key essence, was that when we got to this treasure map, hey Mick, everything changed, didn't it?
Yeah, it's very visual. You don't need a calculator. You don't need a spreadsheet.
No technology.
No technology.
In fact, a napkin will make it work.
Absolutely perfect. And this treasure map it gives us clues, and we use it to embark upon a treasure hunt. So not a business improvement initiative, it's a treasure hunt, and that's we squash
the engagement. So it just changes everything. It really does.
We go on adventures and we find hidden treasure, and then we implement programs and ideas that actually reveal that treasure and actually bring it back into the business in the form of increased revenues, lowered costs, and improved cash flows.
And how people really engage in this process is just so much different, isn't it? And actually you get a whole different way that people want to understand these, these mystical numbers. And really, please, we are inviting you to join us in our journey and your journey in relation to the only business scorecard being your financial statements.
So, welcome to the Financial Statement Story. Take a look at our resources, have a listen to our podcast. We want to hear from you, we want to serve you, and we want to go on an adventure together.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.